potatoes.
Garlic's better than potato.
Garlic?
Yeah, garlic goes in everything.
Yeah, garlic's just good.
Except for
Hello?
sweets. I'd never put garlic in sweets. That'd be
But
weird.
if you never had a garlic sweet before,
No, like, could you imagine garlic ice cream? That sounds terrible.
no, like a garlic hard-boiled sweet, it's all right.
I'm just gonna... hello, everyone who's watching. Hope you're excited for the Meridian Fall 2 side of the campaign. The last time we were here, we dealt with some gnolls, and we bought some equipment, and we did some basic role-playing, and it was pretty exciting. I am buying us a little time because we are short one body, but I think they will be arriving very shortly. Garlic candy is delicious, can be confirmed by Fallstar. Thank you.
Exactly.
So
bigger question. There's a big question
Sure.
here. Who has soup at 1 a.m.?
is it 1 a.m.?
Look,
It's 1
it
a.m.
is 1 a.m. for coffee.
Why is she having soup at 1 a.m. is all I want to know.
Look, don't question her custom.
Yeah, maybe that's just yeah, who knows? Manhattan
No,
is a
clearly.
delight. So, I've put up a map. This is the first time we've seen a very crudely drawn version of Ironfell. I tried to explain it last time when we were here. There is a harbor district, an artisans district. District 3 is the slums because it's farthest away from the harbor district and any supplies that would be coming in. Then there's the royal district, banking district, and military district, which are all the richer ends of town. In addition to that, the two main arms of their belief system is the banking district and the military district. Wealth and military might are somewhat worshipped in the belief system of this city. Someone actually asked me outside of the game if the city was religious, and no, Ironfell is not religious. They're non-denominational, and that's partly why the plethora of races that exist there get along at almost the same level. There's always going to be some discrepancy in race. I mean, we can see that in real life as well as in any game of D&D. And they also all obviously hate elves, and there are no elves in the city because of the war that's going on. Interesting fun fact about the military district: their belief in assembling wealth and power is so great that all the gardens and parks and beauty of the city actually exists in the military district, because there's this interesting marriage of like war being beautiful in their minds, which, you know, is contrary to our reality, but that's how it exists in Ironfell and their general belief systems. In addition to that, there is the Underworks, which exists under the city, and that's where you guys are right now. There's an east and west side to that story, west side story, that exists, split basically down the division line between the wealthy and less than wealthy sides of town. And you guys are in the poorer, more crime-ridden west. Yes, left or west. And that is where you are right now. And you went down and you met with some people known as the Night Brigade. And you met Dwarven Brothers, which I'm going to have to find actually my information on because I forget their names. 1 second. I think that I have my notes here. NPCs. Yes, they're Dwarven Brothers, Umek and Dolgrim. Dolgrim, you haven't really spoken to him. He seems kind of grumpy, whereas Umek seems very personable, and he's the one who specifically told you would be paid for clearing out the Gnoll's infestation. Yes. So as you were creeping along, you were kind of in a citied area, or like there's like town buildings and businesses, and then the walls became just like cave and stone-like in nature as you crept in, and you encountered some gnolls, which you then quickly dispatched. I believe 6 gnolls, all but 1 died. The last being your captive, which I believe you guys were planning to possibly get some information off of. So, now that you guys have seen the map, I guess Coffee's going to miss out on that cool little intro. And when she does arrive, we will go through introductions from you guys as well. I just figure I may as well wait if Coffee arrives in the next couple minutes. If not, then maybe we'll play without for a short period of time, and we'll just say.
She just said she's chasing a bird.
So
I thought she was eating creamy something, or was it something creamy?
if I bring you guys into a new map area, it may be all black for you guys. If you kind of scroll to the bottom, because the map is rather large, you will see the fog of war is lifted for the part that you've already explored. I also realized that light.
Have tokens.
Yes, you guys will need tokens. So I think I can do that right now. We'll just do it on
Give
stream.
me a minute to find a picture of my guy.
Yes, so you can either just do it yourself, or you can send me a picture. What I recommend is going to Token Stamp 2, just Googling Token Stamp 2 and clicking on the link. It would look like this, and you just drag in a face, and then you have a token. That's all you really need to do, and feel free to use faces from D&D Beyond. That's what I did for the other guys. It's pretty easy to grab and then just say, hey, this is my face, this is what I look like. But you have to say it like that. But yes, I realized... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I said, yeah, face. My character absolutely has one face.
Well, you know, feel free to use the default, like, no-face image as your character token. That's fine as well. Or a big question mark.
Clearly gonna need a bunch of faces.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm using this one.
So, this is the Gnoll area that you've cleared out already. You fought your 6 Gnolls there. I've noticed that light is very important to the mechanics of our team. Some players have good dark vision or get bonuses while in darkness. And the rest of our team are humans who can't see in darkness. So the mechanic of light is probably going to come into play a bunch during this cave that you guys explore. So as you can see, there are some lanterns lit, and they give off like an aura of light. And you'll see some dead spots kind of in the center. Spots with no light we're going to consider complete darkness. So you guys might need to light torches or rely on your people with dark vision to traverse those stints.
Alright, I'm just messaging you my token now.
Sure, yeah, that's excellent. I still gotta kill some time, so I mean, we'll just... Here is our... Ooh, I definitely dragged that into the thing.
I got you an image. I'm just gonna put it in...
I actually have to download it first, which is interestingly annoying.
Word, you want me to just DM it to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I may change that token, by the way, if I find something better.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna call this our little dragonborn.
Dear it.
Right,
That's
DM'd
fine.
you.
Yeah, that's good too.
Bye.
But I just thought it was such a beautiful specimen of a human being.
Yeah, well, we're just...
I mean, would a
slowly
changeling
getting-
really make themselves look ugly willingly?
Yes.
Well, it matters if you're trying to just, keep people from seeing you.
If you always looked perfect, but people get very suspicious. No one pays attention to an ugly person on the street.
Hmm.
That's
It's all
true.
about inconspicuousness.
True, but at the same time, would you really
Being
want to
inconspicuous.
make yourself ugly if you didn't have to worry about that?
Have you?
I believe.
No.
Alright.
It's all about logic. You can't be vain in this game.
Game, but I get what you mean now.
We're
Can't
just
be vain,
going to-
otherwise you get caught out.
Okay, let me drag
And I was
these
like,
tokens
that.
in.
I was just gonna be a very angry Scottish person as my
They'll
token.
probably be giant at first. Yes.
And that would be
Mhm. Excellent, excellent. Oh, you're naturally small. And I will give you guys permissions on these guys. You can also, I believe, I don't know who figured it out. The other guys did in MF1 that you could add it to your character sheet. Did I give you guys each a character sheet? I thought I might
No.
have.
Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll do that real quick. You know, you don't need character sheets, right? It's not important. Okay, and then we show that to the players. And then we don't need to see that on stream necessarily.
Okay, that answers that question.
Sarek is this person. So then, I guess it's really up to you if you want to like add anything to that character sheet. It's not terribly important. That's why we were able to quite easily get by without it last time. But I believe you can add your token to it, and then you should be able to drag your token in if I forget to give it you one, and then you can just create it yourself.
yeah. You never gave me permission.
I haven't. Yeah.
Mine, so I just brought my own.
Oh right, Ezekiel was in here before. I'm like, who is this other person? Okay. I actually forget what your name was. I apologize. You can quickly edit the names of these once you have them. Once you have control of it, you can definitely. Oh, did you add a token yourself? Hey, excellent. You don't even need the one that I made you then. Changes. There we go. There you go. Now you guys should have. Did you delete your face afterwards? That's okay.
Don't know where my token sheet. There it is. It went off screen.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to start short a body, which is too bad.
Do we have it
I'm gonna see if I have a placeholder I can throw up.
for the?
Yes.
We'll just assume that's the Gnoll.
This will be coffee for now. Or Redwood is a human, not a purple-faced person, but a human druid. But that's okay. We do what we can do. I'm just gonna zoom in a little for the.
I know what it is. It's a druid. It's a human druid that's just being choked. Blue in the face for that.
Yeah,
And
probably
there
doesn't
we
get
are.
enough air as a cat.
Yeah.
I sent you a couple options, whichever you'd prefer.
Okay, I can change. I believe now that I've given it to you, you guys probably can edit it yourself. I know that's like you can just change what the token is in the sheet and then drag it in, and you can just say, "Screw you, DM. I'm gonna make it whatever I want." I just wanted to.
Session, I'm just going to show up as a giant human for no reason.
Every session I'm going to show up with a different character.
Why not? I think it's a good idea.
I mean, that's something you would do. Can't have one face be to this group.
Yeah, you just set your default token. I think is what it is,
Where do I put that in at?
or maybe it's your avatar. I don't know which one. It really matters. I'm just gonna see what happens when I do this.
Where do I change that at for my token? Is it in settings?
Go onto the character. Go onto the characters, click on your one. Then you need to click edit. Then it should give you an option to change like the avatar's profile picture on edit.
It'll take a little figuring out, but once you get the hang of it, I know that I've seen some of my other MF1 players just be like, I'm gonna look like this now, and then that's what they look like.
I think with all the wish spells that are probably going off in the background with other adventuring teams, anytime someone's face is changed, it's just reality being rewritten.
Billy Ray Cyrus with a mullet. That would be great. Yeah, you should do that.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I would just use the wish spell for so stupid things.
Like?
Well, I don't know, something like it is normal for cats to be treated like dogs. Or it's normal for a bird to be a hat. Something like that. You know, just something weird and completely unnecessary and not very useful.
So, while we're waiting for our last member, did you guys want to jump in and start interrogating a Gnoll?
I mean, we do have a mind reader.
Oh yes, yes.
So,
Strap him down, lads.
I'm
Strap
gonna-
him down.
I'm just gonna sit on him with my bolt to hold him in place and have my axe ready to decapitate him after you finish.
Okay. Well, before we start, I am going to let each of you just quickly introduce yourself and the character you're playing, so that people watching could potentially get accustomed to your voices, although who really cares who you guys are, right?
It doesn't matter.
So,
What is identity but a swirling mass of nebulous facts?
That's right.
Yes.
It's also a waste of time.
That's why I'm a different DM every week. So, first up, we have Grimforge.
I'm playing the character Whisper. They're a
Right here.
Kinku Gloomstalker Ranger. It's about 5 feet tall, wears a lot of leather and dark colors. He's here to support the party.
Awesome. That sounds great. Next we have Hail Lucifer.
I'm Hair Lucifer. I'm playing Zira Kaziri, a dragonborn barbarian, a large mass of muscles, scale, and scars, and he's here to kill things and get the shinies.
Excellent. Hopefully you can do both those things today. And thirdly, we have Mandrake.
Hello, I'm playing a Lars, a changeling with a penchant for reading minds and torture, because this was apparently the best my mind could come up with at 3 AM.
Yeah, we have 2 barbarians. It's the only class that's doubled up in our campaign so far, so we got a shout out for Go Barbs in chat. Yes, okay, so the 3 of you have a 4th character that is named Redwood, a druid. And Redwood will be oddly silent and boring for the next little bit, and I will just have to PC DM control that character, hopefully not for too long.
And if you hear cats screaming, just don't ask about it.
Yeah.
We've
You don't want to know
learned
what
not
she does to cats.
All we know is she's eating something creamy right now.
It's probably a dish of milk, I would think. Okay,
It might be a kind of milk.
so you guys just finished off some gnolls, and you non-lethaled the last one, and you managed to shake him awake, I guess, after you've positioned yourselves in an appropriate situation. I don't know if you've bound him or what. I know
I'm sitting on him.
you're sitting on him, okay, and you have your axe ready to slit his throat.
Take his head off, but yeah.
Slit his head off. Yes, okay. Sounds good. Choppity chop, dragon death. Alright, so
Tippy chop.
the Gnoll slowly starts to, let me just double check that I'm pretty sure
What do they speak? Yeah, I was going to talk about.
they speak Gnoll.
Do they speak anything else?
They do not.
Let me
Good
just
thing
check.
minds are omniversal.
Let me check my
I
mind
don't
thing.
think that's true. I mean, telepathy isn't. I guess if you're just reading their
memories
mind,
don't really have a language.
they would if in the
For
memory.
conversation.
Yeah, if
No,
there's
it can be any. It can,
But not
as long as
for
it
a
speaks a
location.
language, as long as it has a intelligence of over 3 and speaks a language, I can read its mind.
Yes, okay. So the Gnoll wakes up and starts trying to squirm, but you're actually, I guess technically we gotta make a strength. You can have advantage on it. Strength check to see if he can immediately get out of your.
Oh, he's not getting out at all.
Well, you know. Oh. I will not roll for the Gnoll. You are exceptionally strong today. You did not skip sitting on Gnoll's day. You definitely did that workout. And he is pinned. He tried to move a little. He's having trouble doing nothing.
He's having trouble breathing.
Yeah. It makes some like weird hyena sounds. I was reading up on the backstory of Gnolls. They're just essentially hyenas that have been enchanted. So, yes, it's freaking out, but it's not saying anything intelligible.
You want to start mind touching this guy?
Yep. First of all, I'll draw my dagger. Just gently draw it down from its throat, down to its stomach, and I will then cast.
Sitting on him. You realize that, right?
I know, this is. Wait, where are you sitting on it? Whatever. Oh,
Like
wherever you're sitting
on
over
its
under-
chest.
Yeah.
Okay, that. I'll just do
Like
it from its like
UFC.
mouth. Okay, just one of the Joker smiles. My dagger.
Excellent.
Okay, and I'll cast Detect Thoughts. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save of DC.
The DC of
I
14.
don't think it's gonna matter. That was a pretty low wisdom save. So when you read its mind, what all do you get from it?
Location
Right then.
of everything.
So, for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast a special action, you initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can
Trying
either
to
shift your
escape.
attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper.
Yeah, right now it's just thinking about getting away and how much pain it's in.
I'd like to probe deeper into its mind, which is another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. We will see how wise this Gnoll is. Oh, and nat 20 actually, as this Gnoll resists your deeper probe. It's decided, hey, did you know that for most people, a buttload of probes is just one probe? Fun fact. I think I made that joke already in chat, so it's not
You
funny.
did.
It's
Good
not,
God.
not funny, but we're talking about probes this
Well,
time.
clearly that's what the Gnoll is thinking.
Can you keep probing it? Or
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
imagine.
not saying I can't, yeah. There's nothing saying it. Wait, let me check. If it fails, you gain insight into the... Hang on. If it fails, you gain insight into the reasoning of its emotional state. Okay, but that's only if it fails. If it succeeds, the spell ends.
so it resisted the spell.
Yeah.
Well, I will, because that's boring. I'll let you ask, like, you can probe one question out of this thing, and it will tell you the answer to it. But then that's it. You're only
Or the
gonna get
rest
that.
of the Gnolls.
Where are the rest of the Gnolls?
Yes, where is
The
the Gnoll
Gnolls.
camp?
Well, Gnolls
Den?
don't usually make a camp, like a
Then,
base.
I don't know what it's called. Nest?
Hive.
Where do you
Well, they're-
filthy creatures live?
They're nomadic,
Where are the young?
is what I'm saying. They don't.
Where do they have the children?
There aren't Gnoll children. That's not how Gnolls work.
I imagine they could reproduce amongst themselves, but okay.
Nope. That's not what they do. The way Gnolls work, I could let you roll for it, but I'm gonna just say, the way Gnolls work are they're essentially demon enhanced, if you will, hyenas. So the way a Gnoll group will keep growing is packs of hyenas will be there's a specific type of Gnoll that will take those hyenas and then pray to their god, and then the god will bless the hyenas, and they will become gnolls. They will gain like humanoid features and further sapiency, and then become gnolls. So they're essentially demon-enhanced hyenas. So if you're asking where the baby hyenas are, there are no hyenas in this cave system.
Figured wherever the
But there
Magic
are,
thing.
but there are more gnolls. There are more gnolls. They're to the left and right. You're not quite. This gnoll is not giving you much information on what's straight ahead. But of the 3 paths, you know that there's some gnolls down the other 2 paths.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Lars and ask, can I take his head off now?
Yes, I rather think you should.
Okay,
Can't
I'll
have
bring-
filthy demons running around.
I'll bring down my axe and add his head to the bag I have of them.
Oh well, that gnoll does not resist in any way, and
I don't
easily
think
is
he could.
decapitated.
God, man, that is a. Why do you have to have a bag full of heads?
It's the head of the gnolls we've just killed. We're getting paid per head.
Well, that's not true.
That
You
was
were
what
being
he said.
paid to clear out the caverns in general.
They said
The Gnoll
nothing about a
infestation.
head. Good God, man, they
We
said nothing
prove
about
us
making a bag.
somehow.
That's fine. Interestingly enough, what's gonna happen? I'm just gonna let you guys know, almost as a meta. Well, you can kind of tell. Your characters can kind of tell by the way things are shaping up outside the cavern. The plan is to move in and build out the.
Underworks?
Basically, yeah. So as you guys clear this out, if for some reason you need to take a break, a long rest, or whatever, assuming you don't clean this all out today, as we play next week and so forth, they'll slowly build into this area, and more amenities will be available to you right in the cavern itself. For now, it's just,
Cat.
it's just a cavern right now, yeah. And there's gnolls everywhere, so they're probably not too interested in coming in just yet. But yes, they'll know when it's cleared out because they'll have entered in and taken up the space, so they'll pay you as appropriate. You can go back at any time and be like, I want you to pay me for what I've done so far, and they'll consider paying you, but there's a good chance that if you do it way too soon, that they'll stop believing that you're going to do the rest of the job and just pay you a small fraction of what's worth.
Yeah, that's fair.
That makes sense, right? I like to
Yeah.
think that this is logical.
Okay, so I'm also going to grab all the gnolls' equipment and just put it in a pile over here before we leave.
Sure, yeah. Their equipment is crude, but they do wield hide armor, and some of them had shields, spears, bows. They're all pretty beat up and damaged from the fight, so they're not going to be worth basically anything. But yeah, you still have them piled up in a corner.
I'm a hoarder.
Excellent. Well, I mean, as
I
a
figure I
dragon.
can get maybe a handful of coppers for it, and that's a win.
Well, if someone wants to make an investigation check, I guess, on the gnolls, we can see if anything of greater value is available to you guys.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Although after
You're
your
asking for perception?
more recent payment, the amount you're going to get off these dirty gnolls probably won't compare. Yeah, so
Any money is good money. I figure I'm not the only one looking.
yeah, you guys search and you find it's mostly coppers. You find after you gather them all up, and it takes you some time, and it's kind of disgusting work going through their now dead
Their
corpses.
intestines.
But I mean, you were taking their equipment anyways, so you're like, hey, I was already there. Why not?
Go the full mile.
Yeah, you find somewhere around the amount of 60 copper total. So if you want to split that up, I think it works out to 1.5 silver for everyone, or you could just keep it all yourself because 6 silver is almost nothing.
The one that just dug through their bodies.
Yeah, I mean, you rolled low on the investigation, and they really didn't have much to begin with. But hey, if you'd rolled a nat 20, maybe I would have been like, you found a gold
3 gold.
piece! And you'd be like, whoa! I could totally go buy a coat or whatever you guys are buying at the tailor place.
Yeah, I just pocketed that 6 silver in total since no one else helped me look.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you got the shinies. That's good. We might need the tailor to look at Redwood's outfit because I remember her taking a hit, or Redwood's male, I guess. So he took a hit after he had his like fancy pants outfit on. So
It's probably got a hole in it. That's why I just wear my fancy hat.
yeah, I like to instead of having all 4 people roll, I usually let one person lead and do the roll.
Yeah,
and then
I was just it's just that my thing was lagging, so I was trying to work out what was wrong. That's why I did the roll.
Okay, no problem. I'm gonna keep that. I'm not
Working
gonna.
again.
I don't want to retcon the gold I've already or the money I've already given out, but I'll keep that in mind for any future stuff. So you pseudo found more than you think you did because I'll just DM drop it on you later as appropriate. You've got virtual money in my mind. That's what matters, right? It's kind of like when you watch baseball and a referee makes a call and they know they were wrong, and so then they just make another questionable call in the other direction to kind of balance it out as the game goes.
Alright.
No, I have no idea. I've never watched baseball in my life.
It's kind of like
He's a brain.
it's kind
They
of
don't
like
watch American sports.
I
Exactly.
don't watch.
It's like I don't watch your bad football.
Neither do I.
I'm not a big
But-
baseball fan. I was just throwing out a thing.
Yeah.
A small tidbit fact that I knew about baseball. It's probably the only thing I know about baseball, other than there are people who play the game.
I'm gonna suggest we take a long rest since I'm almost at half HP wise.
I don't
Long
know if
rest
you,
or a short rest?
a short rest allows you to roll your hit dice. As a barbarian, you will very quickly gain your hit points back.
Hey, heck off it.
It's also notable that because I am not a fan of bookkeeping, and even though D&D Beyond does a great job of doing it, I house rule that when you do a long rest, you just get all of your hit dice back instead of half, because I don't like keeping track of hit dice. I like to just be like, it's a fresh day, everyone's at full. It does mean that I tend to make the encounters slightly harder, assuming that you'll be using those hit dice.
Okay, so short rest.
Sure. Where
Yeah,
would
we
you...
don't need a long rest yet. It's the beginning of the day.
It is still
Like-
pretty early, yeah.
Short rest, we can get hit points back.
That's true.
What am I rolling as a barbarian for hit dice?
Well,
Short
where
rest?
are you taking this rest? Right here in the Gnoll-infested caverns?
That doesn't sound very safe.
I just want to make sure that's what you're planning to do. You are right outside the crime-ridden
Okay.
alleys. I
I'm
mean,
fine going in
they
an
s-
alley. I'll gut someone.
I'm just curious where you guys want to take this rest.
I mean, if people want to rest, I haven't taken much damage. I could scout ahead.
Yeah,
and
and I've
see what's
taken
around.
no damage, so I'll join you.
Okay, a short rest is 1 hour.
I'm just
So
gonna.
I'm gonna assume
Right.
Redwood is gonna go with you as well. I know he took some damage, but
And spent some spell slots.
you won't. I don't think you get spell slots back. So
I've never played a caster, so I have no idea.
okay.
You don't get spell slots back
It
in
looks
short
like
rest.
our final player has arrived. Welcome.
Hello.
So if you'd just like to, everybody else has already introduced their characters. I know you just showed up, and I'm going to throw this at you immediately. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
I'm Coffee, and I play Redwood, and I have bad time management skills.
That's
Redwood
fair.
the Druid. That's all.
So just to get you caught up a little bit on what I have explained to everybody, I'll just try to shortcut everything and explain it. They read the mind of the Gnoll that they had captive, that you guys had captive, and then they killed him. All they really learned was that there are more Gnolls to the left and to the right. You don't know what's straight ahead of you. We learned a little bit about the reproductive abilities of Gnolls. They don't really reproduce on their own. What they do is they find hyenas in the wild and pray to their god, and the god blesses those hyenas with the ability to become a gnoll. And that's how gnolls work. I did not know that last week. I learned all about gnolls in preparation because I wanted to be sure I knew what I was talking about. They're nomadic, so they don't really have a base, but there are a bunch of them still in this cavern, and you guys will probably have to kill them. It sounds like our barbarian wants to take a short rest. I'm not sure if you want to stay with him for that hour while the other two are planning to go ahead on their own.
I just want to scout. I'm not trying to get into any combat. I just want to see what's ahead. That way,
Okay.
while we're resting, the people that are resting aren't going to get ambushed.
Okay. I mean, if the gnolls move around, they'll move around. So I mean, you could scout and then come back, and then
Yeah,
who knows?
that's basically the idea. Just to see what's ahead of us. That way, we're not going in unawares.
But then if you roll really poorly on your stealth, then you'll be in combat.
It's also true.
Okay,
You can always run away.
that's also true.
Or charisma them.
Yes. So
Get the gnolls to join us and then kill them all in the end.
What's the lighting like down here?
okay, I just wanted to confirm what coffee was doing, or sorry, what Redwood's doing.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I don't really need to take a short rest. I guess he's going with.
So I'll give you a little more distance. I guess, actually, you would be able to see to about here because there is a light in the way. So you'd be able to see a little further down. Lighting is going to... Sorry?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You're explaining it.
Lighting is going to be... I'm just explaining... I said this to you guys, but I thought I would just explain it for our new comer. That I've realized after looking over your character sheets that lighting is going to be a very important mechanic for you guys because some of you guys have fantastic dark vision or special abilities in complete darkness, and then the other two of you are humans who can't see in dark at all. So there's going to be this interesting play. You guys are going to have to light torches and keep track of light. Because if I wanted to just say, well, I don't care, let's say everything's lit, well, then I'm screwing over some players and not others. So, yes, if there's lights, that means there's light around that thing, and then beyond it will be complete darkness. So in the very center room that we're looking at here, there's a dead zone in the middle that would be complete darkness, whereas around here...
Yeah,
would
I'm
be
kind
some
of
light.
seeing the different shades of light. Like in the hallway, it gets
Yeah.
eventually gets from like light to dark. So
Mm-hmm. So that's about how far you can see, even with dark vision, because 60 feet or what have you. You'd have to move in a little further to see further than that.
Oh, my dark vision's 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely see a little bit further then. You'll only see shades of gray, mind you, but yeah, that's a fantastic use of your sight. So I'm just going to give you guys what I can give you, about 100 and whatever feet as you've mentioned it. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of this as you look down this way. And I'm going to give you a little further into this way. You do manage to see a gnoll hanging out. You don't get a whole lot of information because you only see shades of gray with your dark vision. But you know that there's a gnoll there. You can ask me questions about it, I suppose, if you want. And
It doesn't specify I only see shades of grey.
Well, that's how dark vision works.
yeah,
Alright.
I mean, I know that explains it in character dark vision. This is kind of a weird one because it's kind of angled. So I'm gonna say you
Mine's,
can
I don't know,
kind
it's
of-
like eyes are dark.
I'm gonna say
Oh,
you
it's
can
the
see
magic
it
thing.
to about there-ish before the it starts to curve a bit, and you'd have to kind of get in there, I think, to see any further.
well,
Same with as you go up, there's a bit of a bend, so you can't really see any further without getting closer. And to the left, that's about as far as you can see with 120 feet. But yes, you see one gnoll. If you guys want to just chill for an hour, maybe the gnolls will move around and you might see a little more into that room. What's going on, I guess?
what I'm gonna go ahead and do then, since I can tell that there's a Gnoll down there, is I'm gonna hang out here where it's actually dark.
Yeah, there's a little pocket of darkness. That seems like a good spot.
Can I make a stealth check and just
And you're just gonna wait there for the hour?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, go for
I'm
it.
just gonna keep this end watched.
Sounds good. Yeah, give me a stealth.
Did it roll in the thing?
roll. A 13. Well, you believe you are super hidden. But I mean, in all fairness, you are invisible, right? So the stealth check isn't for your vision, it's just for
Sound.
For sound, yeah. And to be fair, it's pretty far away, so the DC isn't... You're probably safe with a 13. I mean, you don't know. Your character doesn't know that you rolled a 13. He just thinks he's super stealthy.
Sure.
So is that the plan? We're gonna just kind of chill for...
Yeah, I'm down to wait. I'm just gonna keep this this entrance watched.
One more thing for Redwood. I just gave you a placeholder token. Feel free to create your own token or change it in some way. I recommend using the website TokenStamp2. If you go to TokenStamp2, just Google that. You literally just drag any picture. You could draw a picture if you wanted of a cat or something, and then drag it in, and then suddenly it makes it into a token. And then you can add the token to the character sheet I've given you, and then I believe you should just be able to drag it right in. I feel like you've been half figuring out that already, because it looks like something was already...
I just tossed on a placeholder thing.
All right, awesome. So if you want, you can use that instead of the weird elf that I gave you, which is this purple face. That's just a placeholder. You can delete that and drag your other one in if you want, and we can use your placeholder. So I'm going to assume that you guys just hunker down here for an hour, unless you want to do anything beyond that.
Yeah,
I'm down for that. I'm down to sit and wait.
It's still the same. Oh no.
I think you need to edit the default token to be what you made the avatar.
Huh. Complicated.
Yeah, they made it difficult because they're mean. The avatar affects what it looks like on the right sidebar, and then the token is, well, your token. I'm not sure why you wouldn't always have it be the same, but maybe your avatar is like a full portrait shot without the ring. Okay, so you guys hang out here, and I'm actually gonna ask... since you're looking the other way, Lars, I'm just gonna ask that you also throw a random stealth check at me real quick. Or actually, no. Don't give me stealth. Give me perception.
Perception.
And I'm gonna see what these gnolls decide to do. Oh, that's very perceptive. You guys are paying attention. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys might be okay. Can I get a perception on our, actually, I'm going to use the perception of the 16, because you're the only one who can actually see that far into the little gnoll den. So you do see that this gnoll is just like kind of hanging out. You think maybe you hear some gnoll chattering. You're not really sure. You see the gnoll go away. You see a gnoll come back out this way. You think you at some point notice a second gnoll. Possibly. Yeah. That's the grand total of the information you get for that hour. And yes, now our barbarian friend, you can roll. It's D12 plus your constitution. I think you can just click your hit dice and it will probably put the roll in.
Yeah, as a level 4 barbarian, that means to get like 12, 40 12s so it's regaining health, or am I misunderstanding?
Yeah, you don't have to use them. You can use as many of them as you want, and you can roll them one at a time, deciding as you go.
All right.
If you roll some big rolls, you might not need to use more than 2 dice.
All right, I rolled earlier, and I'm just going to use that roll.
Sure.
Back at full, and I'm ready to murder.
Okay. Oh, you rolled all 4 of them. I see. Excellent. Yeah, no problem. That's totally fine. Give me. No, we're good.
If I'm paying attention here, can I roll hit dice or no?
Not if you wanted to take a short rest, you wouldn't have been hiding over here. You would have been.
That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I guess you can take a short rest over there, but you definitely won't be stealthed.
No, that's fine. I'll just wait in stealth. I haven't taken much damage. That's okay.
Do fireballs bounce? Well, fireballs bounce.
Firebolts?
No,
Yeah.
firebolts don't bounce at all.
Oh,
Single
that's a shame,
target.
because I was looking at this like I could do like a trick shot.
Like a ricochet, like a
You might
fancy.
be able to do that if you got some feats and some fluff going for it.
You could probably wait around for one of them to walk into range if that's your plan.
They're in range if I could do trick shots.
Well, I mean, if you
It's just a
if
curved
it
shot.
was like right here, right? Let's say right
Here,
there, you could
yeah.
probably straight shot it.
I mean,
So I mean, they're kind of milling around occasionally, so possibly you could.
We stood. Like,
I mean, maybe
Yeah,
not where you're
yeah.
standing, but I'm sure you could find an angle.
It's good.
we could always try and lure a room in and ambush them.
you just walk into the tunnel.
You do also.
Blast them.
You're also pretty sure that the gnolls that you've seen, the 2 gnolls that you picked up while watching them mill around, are just more regular gnolls, like the ones you killed. They're relatively weak. Maybe there's more in there though. You don't know how big that room is. The map gets quite large. How much of it did the DM actually use?
I'm just gonna keep watch. If the party indicates that they want to go down my side, then I can move up or do something. But
Yeah, it's totally up to you guys what you would want to do.
have we just passed the time for the short rest?
Yeah.
Okay, so the short rest is over and we're ready to go.
Yep.
Excellent. So, I will hold up. Can I make a stealth check to get back to the group?
You're good. I'll keep using the stealth check you had before.
Okay.
Unless you're concerned
So-
and you want to try to roll better than it, I suppose. But I think you're fine to just go back.
Okay, I'll just go back. And I will just hold up one finger and then point down the hallway.
That's Kenku for I see a gnoll.
Nope.
I reckon I'll just
I'm gonna.
I'll just wait for a Gnoll to go into my range, and the second it does, I'm gonna fire a firebolt at it.
Okay. And
I
you're gonna
got
stay where
you.
you're standing?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
I will go ahead and knock an arrow, and then go back to my spot where I was waiting.
Okay. Yep. And you're gonna
I'm
ready
gonna-
an arrow in case something happens?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ready an arrow.
Our barbarian's looking for more gold. Can't find any.
And
Yeah,
then
that's just the visual of me running around and looking for shiny objects.
I will.
Magpies.
Is our barbarian still searching for currency?
I mean, he's not gonna find anything, but that's what he's doing in the meantime. I'm gonna
Sure.
tell him to
Yeah,
do
you're still rummaging around. I understand that. Okay. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to take out. Check my equipment. I would like to take out a silver piece.
Okay.
I think it says I have this and then 10 silver pieces, but it's oh, is it just a ratio? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, I guess it's gonna be a gold piece I can get later.
Sure.
And I want to throw it. Is there a way to ping on the map?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
hold the click.
I want to throw a gold coin over there.
Okay, and you're attempting to get their attention, right?
Or you get
Yeah,
mine.
just I'm trying to lure them out.
Okay. We will see if the gnolls are paying attention as you throw your coin. Why not? Give me a sleight of hand. Or a dexterity, something like that.
I'll do my dex. It's better for me.
Isn't it the same? Well, that's a dex save. You don't get your...
Oh.
It wouldn't be your save. It would just be your regular dex modifier. It doesn't matter. That's awesome. So we're going to just take your 20-something and be good with that. Yeah, so the idea is you wanted to get their attention. If you were trying not to, then, you know, that would have been very stealthy of you. But you were trying to get their attention. So, yeah, definitely. If everybody could just more or less put their people where they're going to be for a sec.
Sure.
And the Gnoll is going to go and investigate. You hear a noise. This Gnoll starts going this way. Boop, boop, boop.
Alright,
Boop, boop,
I'm taking roll damage.
Okay, that's good enough. You're going to hit him from there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna also.
Okay.
Since I was holding an action.
Yeah, go for it. 19. Yeah, that's going to hit. Both of these Gnolls, now that you're kind of getting a better view, are the spear shield wielding type.
Having seen someone throw a firebolt, my guy's now paying attention and is ready to murder.
Awesome. So 6 fire
okay.
damage.
So
And yeah, go ahead and roll to attack with advantage because you're invisible. Actually, technically, you both would have had this, but that's fine.
I'll roll the second one just for crit. Yeah, I'll take the first one.
So 9 damage as you hit it with an arrow as well as a firebolt.
And I'm also. Let me see.
Well, you were running an action, not getting a full turn.
Okay, all right.
So now that you've more or less had your one round of killing these gnolls, I guess we will roll initiative?
Sure.
Why not? That sounds good. These gnolls, rolling slightly better than you.
Oh,
21.
Okay. A good gnoll. Good gnoll.
3.
Good gnome. How many hit points does
What did I get,
gnolls
like a 16?
have? How much damage do they take? 9 plus the 6, right? So 15 points. Yeah, that gnoll is real close to dead already. Okay, everyone's initiative. We've got Zarek with...
Quick question.
Sure.
How tall is the ceiling?
10 to 15 feet. It gets a little bigger in the caverns and gets a little smaller in the... So I would say probably 20 feet in the cavern areas and then only 15 feet in the tunnely areas.
Gotcha.
And then we got the gnolls, and then we've got Redwood and Lars. Last with his real good initiative. Okay, awesome. So, top of the order is our buddy Zarek, the
I'm
barbarian.
just gonna run my butt up over to here. I'll measure it out.
Okay.
Here.
Sure. Into the light, which is a good one. Because so far you're just like, I don't know what's going on, and then you're in the light. So you're visible to them. They're still not visible to you because they're in darkness. And you don't have dark vision.
Yep.
So you can attack in that direction. It will, like, if you wanted to throw a javelin or something, but it would
Oh
be.
yeah, that's
it
what
would
I'm
be
about
at
to
dis.
do.
Okay.
I'm about to hurl it right at this guy, the one that's hurt.
Yeah, the guy in the front. How dare he try to get a silver piece? A 22 will hit, but it's with disadvantage, so let's double check.
Ah, okay.
A 14. A 14 is not good enough. I'm sorry, my friend. This one has a shield. The spear comes, or the javelin comes flying at it, and it hits it at the last second. Sounds a little like
Just
Tim
glaring
Allen.
at him with my battle axe hefted up,
Of
or
course.
great axe.
You're glaring in the direction of the
Yeah.
sound. Yes. Excellent. Okay.
That's my turn this round.
Sweet. Next up is Whisper.
All right.
And you get your extra shot and everything, right?
Yes. Let me go ahead and.
You're going to be pretty devastating this round, I think.
Start of each. Start of the first turn of each combat. Okay. All right. Do I still have a shot since my barbarian friend is now in the hallway in front of me?
I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to say there's a little more than 5 inches width.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to you. I mean, I could argue that it gets cover, but I think you're fine.
I have sharpshooter.
Oh, well, then I don't know why you're asking. You can
I guess
shoot
that's-
past as many people as you want, then.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'm shooting from stealth, or from invisibility. So.
Definitely.
And then. I think I would like to see actions. I just need to make sure that that is not. Okay, it's not a bonus action. I just get an extra attack. Okay,
Correct.
so I would like to use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark. That first guy there.
It sounds good. I don't think there's like a save or anything. You just get it.
Yeah, there's no save.
Sweet. So the guy right in front of you, the hurt Gnoll, he is now marked for death. He has no idea, but he will very soon. And then he won't after that.
Alright, and then I'm going to make my attack. So. There's the first. Did it roll twice or just once?
I think it
Twice.
rolled the same roll twice.
I see initiative and then longbow. They both say 11.
I see.
On my.
I
I
see
see
longbow,
long-
longbow, and they're both 17.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright, yeah,
they're
it's just
at-
not showing up on mine. I can't see the chat on Roll20 for some reason, so.
Oh, that's a shame.
Does that hit? I'm assuming that hits.
Well, you have advantage. I think it only rolled once.
Did
If you, I feel it seems unlikely that all 3 dice rolled identically.
Okay, I'll roll one more time.
And I have seen that happen before, where it goes fast and then it's like in the same random seed. If you do the same, if you do a dice roll within the same second, it'll have the same random variables.
Oh, okay. That's what I did then.
Well, that one was better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely
It
do
was.
that one.
Alright.
So 11 points of piercing, plus you can do the Hunter's Mark, but I mean, you may as well roll it, but he's still dead. Down that Gnoll goes as the arrow just goes right through its eye and down. But you still got a second shot, my friend.
Alright. And since it's my second slot, it also gets
A D4?
it's a D8.
Oh, a D8 extra. Awesome.
I believe so.
That sounds good to me.
So alright, yep, 1d8. So here is first roll, second roll, just in case there's a crit. There's not. So the first roll was better. And then I don't
9
see.
points.
And then I need to roll the d8, but I can't see the chat, so I can't like.
Are you in the chat tab in the Roll20, or are you like in the newspaper one?
I have the little chat bubble. Oh, there it is. Okay. / roll.
We found it.
Herbulon!
Oh, an extra 8 points of damage. Why not? I had a feeling you would be deadly this round. So that's a total of 17 points of damage on top of killing one of the gnolls.
Yep.
Yeah. You got it like in its like lung,
Stomach?
and it's slowly like dying. It's like breathing heavy. Yeah, you did some serious damage, and it's scared out of its wits. Let's see what the gnolls do, because it is the gnolls' initiative next. The one that is hurt, you see him start trying to back up a bit. He's just gonna like go into the darkness because he's super hurt and is not quite interested in trying to melee a bunch of invisible arrow firing, firebolt firing people. Yeah, and then you think maybe you hear some other noise in that direction, but overall that's it. You've kind of lost sight of them. I'm going to keep us in initiative, though, because they're still going to be doing things. So, Redwood, you're up.
Not gonna lie, I don't think I can see a thing.
You might have to... it's a very large map. You might have to zoom out.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I see what's going on.
Oh.
I just mean that I don't have dark vision.
That's true, yeah. Your character is pretty unaware of what's going on. You guys always can just light a torch and hold it in your hand. It's not so great for a barbarian that wants to dual wield, but a druid can probably get away with it without it.
I'm just gonna light a torch in my action, I guess, and like move closer.
Okay.
I'm kind of
I think a
reloading
torch
a
is 20 and
weapon.
20 and 20, so you might have to actually just like babysit the barbarian so that he can see things.
Is this fit?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm always willing to just fire off a breath attack.
Yeah. Well, you don't have one anymore, right?
I get those back after a short rest, I think.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay. That's excellent.
Yeah, every short rest.
Well, that's why you wanted one, then, I would imagine.
That and HP.
Yeah. Half your hit points back. Or all your hit points back. Okay, so, that's your turn?
Lars has to go.
I have a quick question about the lights in the room. Are those torches on the wall?
Yes.
Like, are they removable?
It's gonna be hard for me to keep track of, but yeah.
I was just curious. It was more for the
Yeah,
people that can't
I guess
see in
if
the dark.
you wanted
That
to
way they
steal them, or
just
whatever.
grab one. Right. Just use it to look around instead of having to fumble around and light a torch and that sort of thing.
Well, you guys all have, whatever.
That's
10,
all. That's
10
all.
torches.
That's all I was. That's all I just want to ask.
The thing is, though,
Carry
the
in
one
my
important
two-handed
thing, though,
weapon.
to note is Redwood has illuminated our Gloom Stalker, so he is no longer invisible. Nor does he get the sweet advantage because he's lit up bright now.
Oops.
I think our sorcerer has yet to go. Since he rolled a 3.
Yeah, it is Lars's turn.
That's fine. I ain't worried. There's a
Oh,
big,
no, no,
meaty
no.
dragonkin between me and anything that wants to come down the hallway.
Why was the breath weapon charged?
Yeah, he's like, please be in a straight line. I'd love you to be in a straight line.
Please, all of you gather within 15 feet of me so I can rage and then blast you.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while. The Harabrum.
That's actually pretty good.
Someone told me that once. I thought they were lying, though.
No, that's legit good.
Well, yesterday when we were playing, I did a little, I did some of my voices, and the one viewer, other than Moose, really enjoyed it. It's funny, because Ezekiel said, the one viewer, and then Moose was like, but I'm here too. Well, you gotta say that.
I'll do some voices if we run to certain circumstances. I have some that I'm pretty good at.
Well, I mean, if you guys need a Deckard Cain type character, I guess. If you need one.
There's always room for a Deckard Cain type character.
You guys do actually see a little bit. Well, not all of you technically, but you do see further into the room because your dark vision goes 120, right? And so since your character, your
Mine's only 60.
sorcerer moved closer, you can see a little further into this room. Yeah, I guess technically you see a lot further. I mean, there's angles, but that's fine. You're gonna see that there's a room here. And you're gonna see this gnoll right here. This is the one that's got an arrow in him, and he's breathing kind of heavy, and he doesn't look too good.
Coward.
Yeah.
He is. In fact, I'm gonna run over there since it's my turn.
It is your turn,
Right.
yes.
Oh, actually, did I see it when I went up there?
Maybe you would have seen a little further. There's angles and such. I mean, our dragon friend has no idea what's in the dark, but he is excited to dive right in and try to fight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run right into the middle of that cave.
Yeah, do it. Go for it. As far as you're aware, it's just like complete darkness. You're just running into the dark. You're standing there. You can see this like dim candlelight over here. The torch kind of barely showing your friends. But you're ready to go. You can
I'm right there.
hear him though. You can kind of make out some noises, so you can still make an attack with disadvantage. Or you could dash up to him, whatever you want.
I'm thinking.
Zarek is
Yeah,
not.
I'm gonna run over up. I'm gonna use my dash. I'm gonna use a dash to run right over here
Awesome.
and just grin at it menacingly with my battle axe.
He sounds
Or great
pathetic.
axe.
He sounds like pathetic Gnoll.
Well, he's getting executed by someone.
That's true. And next up is Whisper. It is your turn.
All right. I'm going to use my movement, which I believe is a movement of 30.
Sounds normal.
And
I think on your first turn you had an extra 10, but it's your second turn.
yeah, but I didn't move.
No.
I stayed stationary. So 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, you'll
30.
be invisible in no time.
Is it dark there?
Yeah, I'd say
No.
so.
Okay. All
You're
right.
good
then
until the
I,
druid comes up.
I would like to use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark,
Yeah, definitely.
and then I would like to make my longbow attack.
Seems unlikely you'll need the hunter's mark, but yeah, go for it.
You never know. I could roll minimum damage.
You train your sights on his skull and fire away, my friend.
All right. There's the first.
You'll actually
Aw, that
see
was
them in chat this time.
So sad. That was
Yeah.
almost a 19. All right.
yeah, 9
There's the
damage.
second roll advantage. All right, and then roll. And then this is the hunter's mark damage.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Just a straight up kill shot. Headshot. Done. Right through the side of his head this time. He wasn't looking at you. Didn't know where you were. He had no idea. What was life? It doesn't matter anymore. It's gone. That Gnoll is
he
dead.
didn't count.
Fleur! As its body collapses to the ground. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I've used my movement. I've taken my action. I have nothing else to do. So yeah, that is my turn.
I'm gonna keep us in initiative, and that's because, well, you guys will find out soon. It is the Gnoll's turns. Ooh, we're not editing this token. Got some Gnolls going all Gnolly up in here. Gnolly cannolis.
We
Yeah.
turned into cannolis.
So this one here that runs up, he's also spear wielding. And he's going to make a little dash. Dash right up into our good friend here. Because technically, he's the only one that any of them can see. And I say any of them because there's more than one Gnoll remaining.
Not even that.
But yeah, you're invisible over here. So I mean, the Gnolls are. There's stuff coming from that way, but they don't know about it.
They sees the murderous dragonborn.
Yeah. So since it had to dash, it won't get to attack you. But an arrow does come flying out of nowhere. And because they're invisible to you, it will have advantage. Does a 21 hit you, my barbarian friend? It's kind of a silly question.
Does.
It does 3 points of piercing damage as it barely annoys you.
It leaves a scratch as it bounces off my scales.
Yeah, you kind of flex it off. Like it sinks in for a sec, and you just kind of like flex, and it falls out.
Well, I'm gonna flex menacingly while doing that to this one Gnoll.
Alright.
As if to say, I'm going to crush you.
Oh yeah. Crush him.
Relax.
Okay, so next up is Redwood, which is not really aware of what's going on, and is holding a giant beacon that the Gloomstalker is just like, no, stay away from me! But I mean, you kind of have to go in. It's an interesting situation. I knew the light mechanics would be pretty interesting for you guys, so it might take a little while for you to figure out how to truly abuse it.
Once I get a lantern attached to me as part of my standard equipment, I'll be fine.
Fair enough. Well,
One of those minus hats.
I do want to let you guys know that I'm just going to remind... Actually, we kind of skipped over it because of time constraints last time. But while you guys visited, and this is the only NPC I really remembered, was Redbeard to get your magical clothing for Lars. He did have some other low-level magical items in his shop. And you have the feeling that, like, maybe up to uncommon magical items will be available to you if you desperately want to find them. One of which might be the Goggles of Night, which gives you dark vision. It won't be cheap to buy magical items, but that's something you might want to consider. Like, obviously, attaching a lantern to yourself would be cheaper, but then you're also causing light, which your gloom friend might not appreciate. So
Well, true, but it's not like I'm going to be standing next to our ranger in a fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just letting you guys know because I did kind of skip over Redbeard. We didn't do the roleplay for it because I wanted to get to combat, and I didn't want us to, sit around and be in shops the whole first episode. But I did want to tell you guys a bit about what you did see and what happened. You did meet Redbeard. He's a dwarf. He has a red beard.
I'd hope.
Yeah, and
Once he went bald, and everyone's too afraid to call him out on it.
yeah, he actually has like wild hair, like full head of hair too. That's just like wild. Just imagine, like, he looks almost like a lion. You kind of questioned why he went with the name Redbeard and not like a like a sweet like lion name
Or Red Mane.
Yeah, or Red Sun. He just looks like a big golden sun. Yeah, sorry to jump in the middle there. We are still at Redwood's turn. I apologize for kind of cutting in there.
It's alright, because I'm deciding. Should I be dumb or should I be dumb?
I feel like doing nothing is a bad idea, so you kind of have to, light the way at some point.
I'm thinking
Dash
of
into the middle of the
putting down the torch like safely somehow, so it will like I don't know, get it extinguished and like or burn everything, and wild shape into a black bear and pick it back up and like move next to our Gloomstalker and light him up again.
Hear me out here. Do bears have dark vision?
They think they do.
They got a keen smell. That's something. I can sniff them out.
Oh, they don't? Black bears? I thought they had dark vision. I thought I looked up monsters that had dark vision for you.
I think they would. They live in caves.
No, you're right. They just have a keen sense of smell. You're completely right.
I like sniffing things. I wonder if this cave stinks.
I think to get dark vision, you have to be, I think, like a giant bat. Might be the only beast, but it's a lower CR
I can't
rating.
fly.
Oh, you can't take flying stuff yet. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to become, eh? Like a bear or a crocodile, right? That's about it.
Yeah.
Just crocodile, simply because my guy would like it more.
Maybe I'll be nice and you guys will randomly learn about velociraptors somehow. Yeah, sure, you're a bear, and bears aren't. They can kind of hold things. I'm gonna ask for you can do acrobatics or sleight of hand, which is a weird. It sounds weird either way that a bear is trying to do sleight of hand, but you can basically. I'm just checking your dexterity for
I mean,
how
you could
dexterous we are as a bear.
you could just hand it off to Lars and then transform and pick it back up.
Oh no, it's not.
Good.
About, no, you can drop a torch and it won't burn the ground. It'll just sit there. You can definitely do that. But I'm talking about her carrying a torch as a bear. Yes, a bear can definitely hold a torch. It'll be 3-legged running or have to stand on its hind legs. So I'm not saying you won't be able to do it. I just want a general like acrobatics.
It could hold
Then its
it could
mouth.
hold the handle of the torch, in its mouth,
Its
and
mouth,
then drop it when it attacks.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm still gonna ask for a general
I feel like
dexterity.
like getting like exchanging being able to hold a torch like instead of multi-tack I get to hold the torch and like claw people.
Well, I don't want to
Yes.
do that to you. I'm not. You guys seem concerned that I'm not going to let her hold the torch. We're just doing this for flavoring.
Certain she'll fail the check.
Well, you don't know what the DC is, and you'll see if the DM is mean or not. And you don't know if failing means the torch is dropped or if it just means, she loses 5 feet of movement. You don't know what the penalty is for pass or fail. But yeah, I'm just going to ask for the check.
But how do I roll as a bear? That's the thing.
Well,
like,
you
dex
can
is
use your normal stats unless the bear stats are better. Then you can use the bear stats.
Well, the bear stats is like a zero, and like my normal one is.
Well, then just use your normal one. I think you get to choose for some stuff. I can't remember exactly the wording. Maybe dexterity and strength you are supposed to use the bears, but I'll just say use your own. Use your own human.
Acrobatics, it's a +3, but a bear would be like a +0. So
Yeah,
I
you
guess
can have the
just
+3.
-3.
That's fine. A 10, yeah, that's fine. You can hold. You manage to kind of you do the mouth thing. You put it in your mouth and you carry it in your mouth and you got your 4 legs going and you climb up next to your buddy there, who's now lit up. He's like, "Now I'm invisible again. What have you done?" Is that your turn?
Yeah,
You could.
because wild shape takes up an action.
Oh yeah, because you're not whatever it's called. I always forget. I'm used to all druids being moon druids.
But they're lame.
Yeah, no, I like that
Yeah.
you're not. This is way better. Lars, your turn. The eyes of the group. You know, the eyes, they can see, but they're also like the most vulnerable part of your body.
Yeah, I'm very vulnerable, always.
Well, that's why
Anyway,
you have 3 meat shields.
yeah, exactly. Alright, yeah, that's good enough for me. Time to fire a firebolt.
Okay. Go for it. I'm not giving him any cover or anything. You can totally do it.
14.
That one's a shield wielding one, so it has 15 AC. So the firebolt hits it across the shield.
So
It
with that
surprises-
fire, can I actually see anything more in the room?
I guess for a flash you see the room.
That's fine. My guy now knows the layout at least.
Oh, we're talking about our barbarian friend. Yeah, you're pretty aware that there's a gnoll shooting arrows from you in this little passageway. I can give it to you if you want. You can see a little deeper. You know that there's an archer gnoll there. You got shot at.
Have confirmation.
Yeah, for sure. For just a flash, just a moment, you were able to make sense of that guy. And it is your turn. Top of the order to you. Top of the morning.
I'm gonna take a
Top of the morning to ya.
attack, and I'm going to rage.
So, what are you gonna do before you rage?
This is just a reckless attack I'm declaring.
Oh, sure. So you're recklessly raging. Excellent. You beef up. You get your rages don't recover on short rest, though, right? So now you're.
Yep, I'm down to one more rage after
Okay.
this.
Yeah, so you'll just be straight rolling because you're at disadvantage in the dark.
It's like right in front of me, though.
Yeah, but you can't see him. He's invisible as far as you're concerned. It's not dim light. There's no light.
Well, my first roll was a 20 to hit.
Yeah, we're just going to take that one. You don't have...
That's 10 damage.
10 sweet rage damage as you cut across this Gnoll's chest. Starts bleeding out a little bit. But it, you know...
The injured one, too?
The injured one died a while ago. Didn't it?
Oh, well.
I don't think this one moved around you. I think this one was one of the ones that... It dashed
I
up.
remember-
It dashed up to you out of the darkness and then didn't get a chance to attack you because it had to use its dash.
Okay, whatever.
There was one that was here. If I can click. Come on, click. That you killed. Or someone killed. I think it was
the
our...
ranger murdered him.
I think he got gloom-stocked.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, the one in front of you was fresh, but now he has a big cut on him. Technically he's not in the bloodied state even with 10 damage, so he still looks strong even though he has a big gaping wound. Is that your turn?
Are you drawing another cat? You know what you do to cats now.
All those pictures you guys drew are still there. If we go back, they're still there.
Yeah.
If you guys Oh yeah. Some good
You're
pictures.
still there? Damn.
Alright, back to combat. Back to
Rip cats.
Back to the fight. Oops. Okay,
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Sweet. It's our Gloomstalker's turn.
Cool. Give me just a second. I've lost. There we are. Alright, I would like to take my movement
Yeah,
up
definitely.
to... Let's see.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kind of get around that corner in a weird
15,
way to keep the
20.
light coming from... Because I believe a torch is 20 light, 20 dim. So that's 40 feet, right? So you can't move 40 feet. You're gonna have to... You're gonna have to like get a weird angle on her torch so that she, if you want complete darkness to be invisible.
Let's see, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Basically, if she has line
could
of
get-
sight.
I could get like here.
Okay. I mean, she has line of sight. I'm gonna say that you're in dim light then, where you're standing.
I think that's all. I think 30 is my movement.
Yeah.
Like
if you were, let's say you went here, hypothetically, I would say you would be in darkness because the torch would cut. There'd be like it wouldn't make it. You could squish into that corner maybe just because of the angle of the light.
Sure. All right. Well, then I can do. Yeah, I could do that, and then I could just I ignore cover so I can make my my shot at advantage.
If I had, if I paid for rolled 20, then I could actually have dynamic lighting and you could see how it, slices. Kind of like over here,
No.
where you can see a corner and the light doesn't make it over there. So that's why I think it makes sense. Yeah, they see you for a second and then you kind of vanish off into the darkness and you are invisible again, my friend.
Okay. All right. I will go ahead and I'm going to use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark.
Definitely. Which enemy?
And the one that is next to our barbarian friend.
Excellent. Yeah, normally I would say he would have like high full cover, but he gets none against you, so go for it.
All right. So here's the first roll, and here is.
You're like threading the needle there. Ooh,
Oh my god.
That's obviously the same roll, so. Oh, but a 10 and an 11. Wow. Yeah, no. I guess
Way
there
better
just
on
was.
damage, but not very good overall.
The opening, like you saw it, there was like a second where you were between the rocks and you weren't hitting your barbarian friend, and you had a clean shot. And at the last second, he kind of sways a little and gets in the way, and you jerk and you fire, and it shoots off and it hits the wall instead. Your care about your friend there, you just close. You really tried. I guess it's Gnoll turn. The Gnolls get their chance here. This Gnoll with the bow is going to move up into the area here. Can now see the black bear and is like, what the f-? You can't understand what it's saying. It sounds like, what the hell?
It's wondering why a Dragonborn and a bear are working together.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Dragonborn, okay, sure. We can all, maybe that's okay. But then a black bear? What is that doing in the cave? And another Gnoll comes up as well. This one is going to have to, I think, how far is 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's going to have to dash in to get into combat, so it won't get to swing. This is another shield-wielding one. I kind of wish I had another way to mark them. Yeah. How have you guys been drawing? I'm just going to put like, oh, I know what I can do, actually. Sorry, I can just throw a marker on them. I'm being stupid. Learn how to do things, self. So a blue dot is an archer. A red dot is not an archer.
So blue dots need to die first because they don't fight up close.
That's true, they don't. You're also going to see this guy. Those that can see this guy, he looks bigger. He looks bigger. He looks meaner. He looks tougher. He looks angrier. And he's shouting commands at the other Gnolls.
Like a good fight. Relative.
Oh, okay.
Compared to most Gnolls.
So he has a glaive. He is holding a glaive instead.
Is it? I'm having a hard time saying.
I am also. He is wielding a glaive. And instead of we'll do the. Actually, how did I put this? Yeah, I guess technically the Lord goes first. So the Lord... Well, sorry. First, this Gnoll that's right up against our Barbarian will get a swing on him. Again, you're in darkness, so he's going to have advantage on you because you cannot see him. Actually, he gets advantage because you Reckless anyway. So, yeah, it makes sense to Reckless. I mean, why wouldn't you? So,
yeah, it's the only way I can murder them until I get a lantern clipped to my belt.
So here comes the spear. A 21 to hit. And we got some damage. You're going to take 4 points of piercing. Decreases down to 2 because of your rage. Yeah, not a very strong Gnoll. Then our Gnoll Lord, he will yell, actually, at that Gnoll. He's going to say something in Gnoll language. And this Gnoll will actually get to use its reaction to make an additional attack against you with its spear. And it will roll a 16. Does a 16 hit our Barbarian?
That's 1 over my AC.
Ah, alright. Well, you take... Wow, rolling bad for damage. 3 points, or round down to only 1 point of actual piercing damage to you as he stabs at you wildly, doing almost nothing against your hard Barbarian scales.
Yeah, and I know what I'm doing next round.
He Yeah, okay. And then it can still use its longbow. So we have this guy with a longbow and this guy with a longbow. So we're gonna...
has a glaive.
Well, yeah, okay, sorry. He has a longbow and a glaive. I guess he has the glaive out, so yeah, he's not gonna switch weapons. That'd be silly. So you're right. Yeah, I said glaive already. He's not gonna switch weapons. He's gonna come at you with a glaive. So the longbow one, let's see if he wants to shoot a barbarian or a bear. He's chosen black bear, because he loves to just piss people off, I guess. You want to have a bear angry at you? He doesn't have advantage, because you're all lit up with that sweet torch, which is probably the scariest part for that Gnoll. He's like, where did you get it? There's a torch.
Why is there a bear glowing with fire in its mouth?
Glowing bear. Doesn't 11 hit a black bear?
Let me check.
Oh.
If you have any kind of dexterity.
its armor class is 11.
It actually does hit the black bear. That's sucky. But you have extra, like, I have to, it has to, excuse me, we have to chew through the hit points of the black bear before it even can start hurting you, so I'm sure you'll be okay. The longbow does, let's roll some damage real quick. 4 points of piercing damage to the bear. You know, what's 4 damage to a metaphysical existence? I mean, you know, it's not even... It's not your flesh, it's the bear's flesh. You're okay with that. And that is it for
So
Gnolls.
I'm in a first, you're saying?
What's that?
No copy. Bad. You aren't allowed to yiff bears. You aren't allowed to yiff bears.
Coffee, we have enough abominations from your cat.
I'm not. I'm just...
Coffee,
Fine.
you need to stop the bear loving.
Coffee, you can barely
Just-
handle the cat.
Yeah, we can barely...
You guys hear me?
Hey, that was a very bad pun.
I can't bear
Nope.
this anymore. You've
Don't
stripped
bear
my soul
things.
bare. Redwood.
We have to cut
Hello?
this off forever.
It's just for bear. I mean, we're out of the bare necessities now.
Can we all
We've
just
been
pause
driven
for a
mad.
second?
Yeah, we're gonna have to claw our way to the bottom of this.
Okay,
to
sorry.
the bottom. It is the black bear's turn, though. What would you like to do?
You're not mad. I'm
Run
angry. I'm bear mad. It's time to. I'm gonna it's a slice and dice at this thing.
Can I...
Screw you.
I wonder if I can... No, I'm not gonna... I want to show that this one's hurt. I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna give him a little
Wait,
skull
how
crossbones.
does it make sense to like bite someone with a torch in your mouth?
Because you drop the torch and then bite them.
Yeah, you can just leave the torch on the ground where you're standing.
Alrighty.
If that's the case, that means I can finally see these guys.
That's true, yeah. Because the dim light, yeah, for sure. Suddenly the room lights up. I'm wondering if
Oh,
there's
it does
40
on-
feet. 1, 2... It's going to be really tough for our Gloomstalker inside the room to get his dark vision. He could hide behind this rock, maybe? And make shots from behind there?
Yeah, I mean, I
Hide
have
behind this
I have
rock.
sharpshooters, so I can.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good
Not
combination.
behind this rock.
I'm not sure why you rolled twice.
Because
Multitask?
it has multi attack and like just make sure the bite hits and the claw hits.
Oh, I
They hit.
see. Yeah, against the longbow archer guy, yeah, both of them. You can roll damage on both those
Alright,
bad
you're
boys.
Roll that
getting
pathetic
sliced and
crap.
dice.
Yeah, that Gnoll is not gonna be happy.
Remember, chew and
So
swallow.
that's the bite damage,
Ooh,
and
some good damage. And the slashing damage, the claw damage.
that's the claw damage.
I thought the claw was more. Oh no, it's just 2d. I see how it works. Yeah, but that's still 13 points of damage against a Gnoll archer. And it,
No bear noises. Screw you. No.
yeah,
Sting. Wait, does the gnoll sting? That's my question.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, definitely hasn't been bathing. It smells like a
Imagine
scavenger.
leaking.
Yeah, so you kind of bite into it. You bite onto its arm, and it's kind of bleeding, and you claw at its leg, and it's not looking good. That Gnoll is looking the worst out of all the Gnolls, but it's trying to like line up a shot, even though you're in melee range with it. It's gonna be tough for that Gnoll. Up last, Lars. Or
Right.
yeah, go ahead.
Let's think first. Up there. And then I'm gonna go fire a firebolt at the goblin. Not goblin, the Gnoll Lord.
The Gnoll Lord. Yes. The pack leader.
That's a 22.
Oh, a 22?
Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna hit him.
And 6 damage.
6 points of flaming death. Let me keep track of this guy. Gnoll. Normally has this many hit points. Now has that many hit points. As the flames streak across its chest. Phoom. And for a second, the room lights up, and you see there might still be gnolls on the horizon. As the room lights up for half a second from that flaming blast. We're back at the top of the order with our
Question
barbarian.
is, can I get these two guys and the Gnoll Lord with a breath attack? Or should I
That's
just
a tough
step right here and then hit these two with a breath attack?
If you want, sorry.
I was gonna say, if you move through those, you're gonna take a tax of opportunity.
If you if you're still,
Right
you could
here.
move there and be okay.
Oh yeah, because they're not leaving a threatened space.
Yeah, because it's a cone, I'm not going to be hitting the bear.
Oh, it's a cone. You're trying to do a coney thing. I'm gonna say because there is that little, technically that little piece of thing in the way too, as well, right? Which kind of makes your cone difficult. You can do it. You can definitely hit those two guys, or you can stay where you were. And I'm gonna have you do, geez, a general. I just want to say like a general D20 or I don't know what kind of. Yeah, I don't know. Just roll a D20 for me, and we'll see if that third guy gets included in your hit. Because it is I would say the cone it's probably outside, but I'm gonna say you try to cool it, and we're just gonna have you roll like a D20, and I'm just gonna decide. A 3. Ooh, I'm gonna say you do get him, but I'm gonna say he automatically passes the dex, but you still hit him. That seems fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll
absolutely.
the damage.
So yeah, so you can still roll damage. The one Gnoll is gonna be, he's gonna make it 5 points of lightning damage as the breath comes out, and we'll see if the second Gnoll makes his dex. He does not. Let's see if the Gnoll Lord makes his dex.
Fail.
What do I need? Oh, 12. Oh, so he makes it. He barely makes it. If only you had more constitution.
I'm 1 point away on both stats from getting +3.
Well, you had to get those claws, right? You know, you really wanted them.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. You hit, the Gnoll Lord is only going to take 2 points of damage, which is kind of sucky. And the guy right
Shock
beside
fire.
you is only going to take 2 points.
I drew second blood on him.
Yeah. You did. He's getting hurt. Got a little electrified, a little shock. Makes stupid Gnoll noises. And the other guy takes the full 5, so he is at less hit points. Yeah, so this one is bloodied. This one's still looking pretty good. This guy's looking terrible, and this guy's looking pretty good. And the guys in the back are clearly fresh because you haven't done anything to them. Is that the end of your turn?
This turn, since I'm not high enough level to multi-attack.
Yeah, makes sense to me. All right, Whisper.
All right. So I'm currently lit up from the torch, right?
Yeah, I think we agreed that you could probably get. It's funny.
Well,
'cause
then
you could be right beside this guy, and he wouldn't see you. He would just vanish, and you'd be like immediately.
Yeah, but I'd be
beside him.
shooting within melee range, and then I'd be at disadvantage.
Yeah, so I will give you. You could be on this.
Could I move like here behind this rock here and shoot?
That's gonna be tough. I think this might be the only spot. This one right here, because it's directly across from the torch.
Or here because there's
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
That's there.
Yeah, you're trying to get a line up on the Lord, I imagine.
I think I actually have to kill the target that
Yeah, I think we made a mistake on that last time, but yeah, you do.
I have to kill the target before I can move Hunter's Mark.
Which is this guy.
And I believe that guy is currently marked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish that guy off.
Sounds good.
All right, so here is
With
my roll at advantage here. So first roll. And come on.
14 is not so good. Hope there's better rolls. Oh no! Oh no!
I'm whiffing it.
14, yeah. If it had been a bow wielding one, because they don't have shields, it would have worked. But against that guy, deflects your shot, and he is freaked out because he doesn't know where it came from. He just like heard it on the wind, like, and he deflects it, and he's kind of staring off in your direction, kind of ignoring the barbarian for a second. Thinks he's all clever because he evaded that electricity a little, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about these gnolls. Some of them are pretty dumb. But it is Gnoll.
They are gnolls.
We are in Gnoll Town. It is Gnoll's turn. We're gonna roll to see if the Gnoll gets his. It's called Incite Rampage. He can make when he makes the other gnolls do stuff. He did not recharge, so he won't be doing that this turn. We're gonna have this Gnoll is gonna move over here. He's gonna kind of get around you so that our Lord can get his butt in gear. We're gonna have this guy get up here, this guy get there, and our Lord is gonna get up there with his glaive, ready to go. I'm also gonna mark this guy as injured so that we know that one of the archers is more injured than the other. But if it's any consolation, you don't suspect there are any more gnolls coming out of that gnoll hole, or whatever you want to
The
call it.
boss early.
Sorry?
Just saying, we could have gone through the other side of the dungeon and
Yeah,
then come across these guys last.
you could have. Could have definitely. I mean, in all fairness, you guys are level 4, and a Gnoll Lord is not terribly high in CR rating, but there is a lot of these guys, and sometimes just what's the word I'm thinking of?
Numbers.
Just like raw
Quantity has
attacks.
a whole quality of its own.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, they've only done like a couple of points of damage to everybody so far. You guys are not really threatened yet, but we'll see what happens. This might be the first turn that, since all of them are going to get some sweet, sweet attacks. Interestingly enough, this guy does not see our Gloomstalker friend. He didn't go there trying to fight him. I have to put the all 3 of those on the Barbarian. But we might have some shots on Lars. We'll see in a second. I'm going to have the 2 spears go first. They no longer have advantage because
Because of the
the
glowing
room
thing.
is nicely lit. So, a nat 1 and a 10 as they...
Just let them hit each other.
Yeah, basically, they stab, like, you just kind of, like, turn sideways, and they stab on either side of you and, like, almost get each other, and they're like, whoa! The one, like, actually, like, gets nicked a little by the Nat 1 guy. Yeah, that looks stupid. They did not do a whole lot of anything. This longbow guy, he's gonna, at disadvantage, try to shoot scaredly at the bear right in front of him. And, ooh, I rolled a natural 20, but also a 9. So that doesn't hit. He's too scared of that black bear as he fires off into the sky. Into the ceiling, I guess. Ping! You actually, like, feel the arrow, like, land on you. Like, it hits above you and then falls on your back. And you just kind of shake a little and the arrow falls off. The 2 in the back, though, the question is, they can each see 3 people. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3 roll up for each of you guys. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got 1 on our barbarian and 1 on our black bear. You're lucky, Lars. No shots going your way.
Good.
1 against the barbarian. 10. That's terrible. And 1 against the black bear. Oh my goodness. Really bad rolls. 7. Yeah, those shots are worthless. To Discord in any way, I'm going to quickly do a speed test, which is not always the best thing to do when you're trying to reconnect. I
Down for.
It looks like it's back up. It looks like it's
It
back
is.
up. My apologies to anyone who was watching. There was a couple seconds of buffer there. Hopefully it's back up again. As we watch our... Obviously those Gnolls did so poorly it ruined my router for a second.
Yeah, they gave up after my lightning breath.
We're at our Druid's turn. Black Bear, Redwood.
Wanna
I
eat
wanna
that
end this
Gnoll, then
Gnoll's
start
life.
slaughtering.
Go for
And
it.
then you can walk over here and just give those guys disadvantage.
I mean, technically there was probably flanking on our Barbarian, but I'm not going to worry about it.
So I'm
Flanking
assuming
rules
a
get
bite
weird.
hits, but
Yeah.
but a claw doesn't.
Yes, so you get your bite. That's for sure. 11, no, an 11 doesn't hit. I mean, to be fair, their AC is relatively low, but... Oh, a full 8 points of damage. Is that enough? Let me take a look. Oh, it's not. That's good damage, but it's just barely not enough to finish this Gnoll Archer, if we're going to call him that. As you bite down on his other arm now, both his arms are just bleeding, and he looks scared as hell, but he's not dead yet. He's hanging on for dear life. Not dead, but scared. There's a good chance
Life for long.
he may try to run. We'll see what happens. Is that it for you, my bear friend?
Yeah.
You barely had a turn. Lars.
I'm gonna go shoot the Gnoll Lord with a Chaos Bolt.
Ooh, Chaos Bolt. You might have to wiggle a little to get a line of sight on that bad boy, but yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I really hope you roll doubles. I want to see this thing arc and kill like random gnolls. It'll be awesome.
Let's go with some thunder damage.
Well, you don't get to choose the damage type.
Oh, it gave me an option between two of them because it like rolls like you get to pick between two. It randomly rolls. Mine with thunder or fire, and I've done plenty of fire.
Oh, you rolled for the
Then
types?
24. Yeah, you roll for the types.
Okay, I didn't see them. You did them personally?
Yeah, it gave me an option in the selection thing.
An
Yeah, that's 24 to hit. 24, does that hit?
Yeah, of course.
That's 14 damage.
Oh, to the Lord, right, too. 14 points of...
Damage.
What's the additional
he's been
damage?
thundered. He's been lightning.
I'm just trying to... What's the 3
Chaos.
extra damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, chaos is
chaos
just weird.
damage?
I get a 1d6 as well as a 2d8. Chaos is weird. The Chaos Bolt is weird. I love it.
I'm just curious what the damage types are.
It's thunder.
Oh, yeah, that is weird. It takes 2d8 and
It's just a
1d6.
weird
Okay,
spell.
yeah, that's just a funky spell. A funky chicken. Shaboom. Yeah, 14 points of thunder damage as the sound echoes through the room, the cavern. It, gets its self back together again.
And I think that's my
Is he
turn.
bloodied? I don't think he's bloodied yet. No, he's not. He's hurting. He's taken damage so far, but he's not at half yet. Yeah, we're back at the top of the order with our barbarian friend. Unless you have a bonus, Lars.
Nope.
Okay. Awesome. Barbarian time. Let's go.
I'm bringing down the great axe. Right onto the Gnoll Lord for 10 slashing.
Okay.
Assuming an 18 hits.
Yeah. Not reckless, though?
No,
Okay.
I'm already surrounded.
That's true. Well, then why wouldn't you reckless? That's fine. Actually, had you been recklessing less? You know what? No, you breath weaponed. We're all good. Yes. 10 points of slashing damage. Definitely,
I
yeah.
assume that bloodies him.
Yeah, he is bloodied. The blood is coming out of him now. As you cut across his chest, woo! The other gnolls are actually noticeably worried now that their lord has that the
Been
pack
injured?
lord looks hurt, and they're all starting to freak out. I'm not sure exactly where they have to run to, but yeah.
They can run. They can try to run past Lars, past me, past the
Honestly,
Boom
let me go,
Stalker,
let
and
me
the
go into the
bear.
tunnel. I've got a nice spell that does cone damage.
Yeah, I'm only gonna try and murder them when they run away. Lars will just butcher them.
Whisper,
I will appreciate it.
your turn.
But that is my turn since one attack per turn at level 4.
Excellent.
But when I level up, it'll be 2.
Whisper,
Yep.
your turn. And since you're technically invisible, they don't. They won't have an opportunity attack if you were to move away.
Could take a pot shot at that Gnoll Lord and try and freak them out more.
Yeah, but
You want that hunter's mark, don't you?
yeah, I really want my hunter's mark back. And this guy's deflected 2 of my arrows, so at this point, I'm in it to win it, and for a penny. All right. Here's the first one at advantage.
Excellent. As you shoot at this invincible gnoll that will just not take a hit.
It will hit. I'm just rolling to make sure I don't get a 20.
Ooh, 21. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 21. Okay, so the first one.
7 points of damage, and you get to add the hunter's mark.
Yep.
Let's see if it's enough, because he is bloodied. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Man, that's a hardy
9
gnoll.
points? Yeah, he may have had 10 hit points. As that bolt comes flying across, I was really hoping you rolled a 3+. It takes it in his shoulder, and its like arm goes slack for a second. And it's looking at its lord, hoping for help, and the lord's just looking back at him like, I'm not any better than you, buddy.
They picked a losing proposition surrounding me.
They definitely did, yeah.
Yeah, they try to run. They're getting an axe to the skull.
It is Gnoll turn, or Gnoll time. We'll see if he gets his... Does not get his recharge on his rampage. Oh. Oh, right. All the Gnolls have this, like, rampage ability where, like, if they kill something, they get to keep fighting. But you guys aren't going down to 0 anytime soon, so... real good passive that they never get to use. All right,
I mean,
we got
if I have my way, I will slowly make my way through this caverns by myself and kill all the gnolls invisible.
Well, we've got two or we're gonna start off with the longbow against the bear. Man, let me see if he runs. Let me see if he wants to run away. Whoops. He's gonna try to hoof it.
Yeah, he should run this path.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna try to run back into the way the gnolls came from, but that will give our bear an attack of opportunity. Your choice, claw or bite, my friend.
I'm a go bite. Munch munch.
Come back in.
Damn.
Ah, you missed. It's gonna back
Slippery.
up. It's gonna back up behind its friends. It's gonna take a breath. It's gonna turn around and it's gonna shoot at you. Yeah, it's still gonna try to shoot at that black bear because it did not take the
Excuse
disengage action. It still gets to attack. 13 plus 3, 16. 16 hits a black bear. We already knew that hits a black bear because everything hits a black bear. 3 points of piercing. It's a shot, gets into your blubbery bear body.
Her ear.
The 2 remaining shots. So the one that's at 1 health, that's getting shot from arrows that doesn't know where it's coming from, he's not gonna worry about fighting though. He's gonna take the disengage action, so that you don't. But then he only gets 30 feet, so he's just gonna cower. He's just gonna cower in this corner. He's just like in the corner, and he's like ducked down. He's just cowering with his like
I'm gonna
1
look at him as
HP.
if to say, "I'm killing you last because you're smart enough to flee."
We've got a spear and we got 2 glaives on our barbarian. We'll do the spear first. It looks like a 20. And the 2 glaive attacks. A nat 1 and a 21. So you're gonna take a stabby
So
stab.
I hit twice throughout that encounter.
Yeah, you're gonna take the spear first. 5 points of piercing decreased to 2.
Two.
And then the glaive will come down and do full damage, which is 13 points of slashing decreased to 6, which is still really not that much damage when you really think about it.
Yeah, I'm back to my HP before my short rest.
So you're not even bloodied, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
44, 41.
Our longbows are going to choose between 3 targets again. There's two of them that hadn't shot yet. So they're going to pick at random. Our barbarian, and one on Lars for the first time. So the barbarian's going to take a shot. Ooh, a 20 to hit. Yeah, you're going to take that arrow. But he rolls a 3 damage, which is only 1 point of damage, as it just barely nicks you. Barbarians are sweet. And then the shot on Lars might be the first time he's ever been attacked. A 13. Does a 13 hit you, my friend?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's too bad. And you will take D8. Oh, max damage. Oh, no. 9 points of piercing damage as that shot gets you.
God.
Bites in. And you feel it. It's like in your leg, like Ace Ventura style. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Just waiting for the other
think
arrow,
both of you.
other arrow to hit then.
Yeah, exactly. So they may try to shoot at you.
I don't have that much health.
You're not bloodied, are you?
No, not yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
You guys can let your party know when you're bloodied, and then they'll be like, "Oh, all right, things are
I
going."
think I'm like 1 point away from being bloody.
So
I have an
you guys
odd
all look
number.
strong then. Not even the black bear, who would have to be bloodied and defeated, and then bloodied and defeated again as a druid, doesn't even look that bad. So, as the Gnolls finish up their turn, you guys are still looking pretty good, and we're on the black bear's turn.
So,
If you take
I'm
a step
gonna-
right there, you give them all disadvantage.
hi. Guess I'm just gonna try to hit the more healthier one. I guess this one.
Okay, you're gonna go for that guy. All right, go for it.
Yeah. Those hit.
13 hits, because they don't have shields, so you can have both those. As you maul this guy. Hump.
That's a bite.
And the claw is... I
Oops.
heard the noise, and then I didn't see it. Oh, there we are. Oh,
Here's
9.
the claws.
Woo! That's almost max damage. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's bloodied. He's hurting. You just like... You just like climb right on his chest and just slash at him and bite at his neck, and he by the time he backs up, he's just like just Gnoll blood soaking the front of him. Don't worry about it. It's okay. All right. If that's the end of our bear's turn, we're at Lars, our sorcerer, who's taking a little damage.
Right, time to shoot that bastard no lord again with another chaos bolt.
Okay. Do you mind rolling the D? I'm really curious what you roll for the D8s, just because I love
Oh,
chaos
I
bolt.
think I just rolled a higher one. I just rolled a level. Rolled at 2 instead. Oh well. Okay, so I now have the choice between force or lightning. Ooh, Lightning.
Keeping the theme.
thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very.
Ding.
Galileo. 14.
A 14 on the Lord. No. He doesn't have a shield, but his natural armor. He's wearing thicker armor than everybody else. They all got like basic hide armor. He's got tougher armor. He's a little more dexterous. He just barely managed to sidestep that shot. Does it do nothing if it misses?
Let me check. It say it does anything if it misses.
Ah, that's too bad.
It just explodes harmlessly
Oh, hang
against the wall.
If we target only once makes sure to cast spells. Ah, no, doesn't seem to. Shit.
Ah, well,
If only we had a bar to give you inspiration for that.
you could have been inspired. Yeah. The blast blows up at its feet. It jumps a bit. And it gets back staring at this barbarian that's probably going to swing at him because it is Zarek's turn.
yeah. I'm actually going to recklessly attack this guy.
Yeah, go for it. Great sword coming down. Yeah, 20, some 11 points of slashing damage. Whew.
I just let out a lizardy roar as I bring it down on his chest.
You're like playing tic-tac-toe on this guy now. He had one big slash.
I'm carving an X into his chest.
Yeah, definitely. He's got that. He's a member of the X-Men
He'll
now.
have a hell of a scar.
He's like, you see, he's like tearing up. He's like crying a little bit, and you're like, "What? You're supposed to be the leader of the pack. What are you doing?"
Bitch.
Yeah, you got him though. You taught him a good lesson. He's not dead, but he is hurt as heck. Is that it?
That's all I can do.
Awesome. All right, we're back to Whisper. That one elusive Gnoll.
Oh my god. Can I see him from here?
You could move down one, still be invisible, and because our bear friend dropped the torch, right? So
Okay. So, here?
yeah, you can
All right.
pick off this guy who's cowering.
Alright, yeah. No, I'm getting my hunter's mark back, damn it.
You don't have to roll damage. If you hit him, he's dead.
Don't miss.
Well, I am shooting with advantage, so...
13 won't work.
Then
Oh no!
I saw one that said 14, but I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I don't know what to say other than the dice gods have decided this poor little Gnoll is going to survive in the corner.
If he survives all of your arrows, I say we take him as a party pet.
Yeah, he's like
And
bleeding.
He gets a name.
He's like wet himself. He's just kind of hanging out in the corner. All right, we're back at Gnolls. Actually, the whole round, you guys didn't manage to kill any Gnolls, so they all get the same bunch of hits back at you guys. Although this Gnoll right here is starting to wonder. He keeps seeing shots coming from this direction-ish. So, I forget how it works. I think he can just try to attack you with disadvantage. I was trying to think if you could try to find an invisible creature with some kind of a check.
Yeah, there are rules for attacking something that's invisible.
I think I'm just going to give him
it's just
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I think that's just the easiest way to do it. He's going to turn around and try to swing at you with the old disadvantage. It's more out of fear than smartness, because in all honesty, you should probably just be hitting the barbarian. Yeah, I just rolled 2 2s, so he definitely missed you by like a mile. He has no idea where you are. He's swinging like over here, kind of like he hits the wall even. He's just like, the one over here, yeah, he's going to keep crying in the corner. We got the 3 longbow shots, which are all going to take disadvantage on our black bear, actually.
Pressing threat for them.
Actually, this guy's he's gonna take the disengage this time and back up 1 space just out of fear because the bear scares him. But these two are gonna stay in combat, and we're obviously gonna take glaive against greatsword. And does he get his weird thing back? No, he doesn't. All right, we're gonna do the glaives first. Swing a ding ding. Okay, that's definitely a miss. I keep forgetting the math on this. 13? I don't think a 13 hits a barbarian.
It does not hit me with my thick dragon scale.
No, he's too hurt. He's trying to swing at you, but he can't get his second hand on the glaive. He's like one-handing it, and you just deftly step out of the way, no problem, and stare him down. We'll have a disadvantaged longbow shot against the bear, and then another one. The first one, the 6? No, that's not gonna hit. And then a 10. No, a 10 does not hit you. That's funny. I was like, oh, but I only need an 11. It'll be easy. No, those shots go crazy wide. Yeah. Collectively, the Gnolls did nothing that turn. Bear. Black bear, redwood. It is your turn. Kill some Gnolls.
Gonna do the same as last round.
Sounds good. Give him the old yogi.
Give me a chicken basket.
So that's a munch.
So the bite is going to hit for sure. The 11 on the claw will miss. You chomp down on this guy. Can you kill him? I think you can with max damage.
I'm gonna bite his ankle.
4. 4 ain't enough to finish him. But he is so he's bleeding everywhere. There's just blood. Out of everybody, he's been the most sanguinous. Like, you've bit this guy and clawed this guy. You've hit other people with similar injuries. They didn't seem to bleed as much as this guy. This guy's just a bleeder. There's like a pool at his feet. He's starting to get a little woozy, kind of like, doesn't look like he's standing straight anymore.
Just gonna look some up. Tastes nasty.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's hurting. Lars.
Okay. Hopefully this Chaos Bolt will hit. Bloody Lord.
Okay.
Not 20 yet.
Go Chaos Bolt.
Well, just roll doubles on the d8s, and then you can fork it and hit the...
Oh, nice. Poison damage.
Did you get to choose poison?
Yep. God damn it, 13.
Not much I can say other than a 13 isn't going to hit this guy. It would have hit maybe one of these guys, but the Lord is just...
The spell.
I know. It's
The
crazy
black
that
bear's gonna eat them.
these spell slots are getting burnt up, not doing anything. Kind of steps out of the... This time he has to actually step out of the way. He's tired, though. All these Gnolls are, like, on the verge of death. You guys just actually have to hit them, that's all.
Yeah.
We're
That's
back.
my turn.
Barbarian, yeah.
Yeah, reckless attack time. I'm bringing down my great axe.
He was supposed to have advantage against you, wasn't he? That's okay. Well, if he lives, we'll give it to him next time. 14's not good enough. What's the second roll? 25! Whoa! Yeah, how would you like to do this? He is dead.
I'm carving him from his armpit right to his head, right off.
Yeah, he's into just giblets.
I just cut him in half.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna pick up his glaive. It's now mine.
Sure, it's like a -5 glaive at this point, but yeah, you can take it if you
Fine.
want.
It's a weapon of pride now.
That's cool. So yeah, you cut him in half and he just kind of like loose meat falls over to each side as his body parts give out.
Grab the glaive as it falls.
Every single Gnoll is freaking out at this point. We'll see what happens on their
I just
turn.
turn and point at the gnoll right next to me with a vicious grin.
Awesome. Whisper, you're up. Let's try to let's polish off these bad boys.
All right. I can't. He's got to go.
Sounds good.
Hey, if he lives, he's our pet. That's the rule.
No, he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead. You got him.
I'm gonna use my bonus action and move my hunter's mark. I guess the only person in range of me is sitting next to our barbarian friend.
All right. Yeah, he's marked. I could be wrong, but he might. Oh, he has a little bit of damage on him. A tiny bit. Strangely enough, this Gnoll right here is fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, but he just watched his boss get disemboweled.
Yeah, it's true. They're all going to be probably rolling some dice to see what they do on their turn. Actually, I guess that's now.
It's dead end.
Is their turn, actually. Okay. So each one of these, I'm going to do a roll to see what they do. First guy, that guy, that guy. Yeah, all the fresh guy, he's stalwart. He's like, I'm going to stand here and fight this bear. Everybody else is like, what? I'm out of here. So, although they have nowhere to go, which is the funny part. They're going to run away, but like...
Back.
So this one's going to run back into the darkness. This one's going to run back into the darkness, and you're going to get an opportunity attack as the bear right now, because it wants to fire a shot as it's running. So, as it runs away from you, bear may swing. Oh, 17. Yeah, that's for sure going to hit.
I'm gonna use my claws because I haven't used them that much. Did I click on them again? There we go.
Yeah, that's enough. You get him. That was the bleeder, right? He goes to run and he slips on his own blood a little, and you just like claw him right in the back, and you kind of like hit spine a bit as you just completely paralyze. He drops. Done.
He drowns in a puddle of his own blood.
Yeah, he's laying in his own juices at this point. The one next to our barbarian friend, he's gonna actually try to run. Man, sure, he's gonna run up and try to melee Lars, but he will invoke 2 opportunity attacks. So go ahead, you guys. You guys can both.
Do I get one as well?
You do, but I think you have to punch.
Hey, does a 16 hit him? With 12 slashing damage?
Yeah, it definitely does. He's not dead, but boy, he is definitely bloody now. 12 is a lot of damage. For sure. You get him good, but I think our archer has to do a punch, because I think it has to be melee.
I'm checking it real quick. Let me see.
Well, I'm going to just do some rolls, assuming that he lives your punch, but if he doesn't, then I can always take it back. And he's going to go for a good old stab against our Lars friend here. Oh, no. All right, well, I hope that you figure something out, because I may have just rolled a 20. This guy's going out with a bang. Yeah, Lars is going to take a bunch of damage. I'm pretty sure...
And we get a new guy. Go to the city. If he dies, I get his money.
That's 11 points of piercing damage to Lars from this critical hit. As he gets his spear